Not too shy there on the stage today, but how good is it to get your man David Haye in a fight?
It's very good, you know. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and I'm happy that we've finally got all the contracts done, and the fight's going to go ahead September 28th.
How do you see this fight going? You talked a lot, but it seems underneath the sort of bravado and the brash talk, you actually know what you're getting yourself in for. You know how good a fighter he is. So what are you expecting on the night?
I'm expecting an explosive performance from both fighters. I'm expecting an all-action packed fight, a very fight that people will want to see, and expecting excitement. That's what I'm expecting.
Do you think you got enough credit for your victory over Cunningham in the States there? You were going over to that guy's, essentially his backyard. It wasn't Philadelphia, but it was, you know, in his home country. You fought a guy who, as Mick alluded to, was in tremendous shape, and you know he was fast, he was strong, he was up for it. Yet you came back from, you know, a knockdown that other heavyweights maybe not have recovered from, and then you did the job on him. Do you think you didn't get enough credit for that?
It doesn't really matter whether I did or I didn't. It doesn't mean anything to me anyway, credit or not. People, after I've beat David Haye, they'll make excuses and say David Haye was over the hill. You've heard it here first. When I beat David Haye, they will say David Haye was a finished fighter. So Tyson is still shit, but David Haye wasn't as good as we thought he was. So that doesn't mean Tyson's any better. And whoever the next hope is, can beat Tyson easy. So it doesn't really mean anything to me.
You know, David in the past has played the bad guy. He's hyped up fights, etc. But you said something I thought that actually shone through a little bit of your personality there. You are a fighting man. You're not in this for the fame and the large things. Yes, you do say some outrageous things, but you've proven your fighting hype. You've proven your fighting spirit. How many of David's fights do you think he's had to prove himself in that way? Because he's not had those sort of gut checks as many as you have so far.
Definitely not. You know, when he had the opportunity to do it early on in his career against Carl Thompson, he didn't do it. You know, he didn't have a rematch after he got beat. When people thought I got beat with John McDermott, I went straight back there in my next fight and knocked him out. David Haye didn't. He went somewhere else. You know, he had his chance to dig deep and put on a show against Vladimir Klitschko, but he didn't. He settled to lose all the way through. He was just trying to survive. He didn't try and win, in my opinion, after a few rounds. You know, that ain't me. I'd have got carried out of there on a stretcher rather than lose like that.
Last question. Have you got a message to your fans that are going to be watching this fight around the world?
Yeah, definitely. You know, this is going to be a very exciting fight. You know, you don't want to miss it. I'm going to knock David Haye out, and I want everyone to say how shit he was afterwards and how much of a bum I am still.
With a song at the end?
Maybe, definitely. There will be a song. I'll have to learn a new